Anopei ena Melodies ebusie ni bi frɛ me say Melodies enra ye nte wonka. Eye Justice Atuguba a wo ye retired Supreme Court judge. Ono nso aba be kasa wo bo judges no echi. Na ye nte se wakasa ena me senya nto bo ase. Enra na me jema home. Ende story so where was me de bremo. Inti story we me de bremo. Na media maka me say it looks like in fact people are getting fed up, but you see I blame us Ghanaians as well. Here sa asem na eya kano eya no kwario you see say obi yiwe yibone na wan kasa ho a chese say yibone no de bia obeyu and you see ye wade na wan ka yenya ofaye de bia ye beyo. So even in psychology, you'll be told, even in relationships and all that, uni obi shiafo froa. You better say, in the first place, the pakrone ya ade bi na we ninja, man the pakrone hu ne say ade we a we ye me ninja hu. Men fan she mu. Oh, my men tolerating the pakre, na so so ne so na so so ne so. Udi agra. You've given the person the leeway to always disrespect you. And I think that is what we've done as a country. We've given the Supreme Court the leeway, and so a man and saying case bia sebe ento asumu bia no mo emeki. And that interpretation nanka first ye ka interpretation a asemi ba ekokoto Supreme Court animo a Supreme Court the ruling map no obi ate ase. This is the first case in the history of this country Supreme Court ama interpretation after the interpretation no nkrofo more confused than case ne kra edu Supreme Court ho. And I'm not the only one. Utie most of the political talk shows during the weekend even lawyers womu neutral lawyers kra ente Supreme Court in the decision womu make ye no ase. And then a retired Supreme Court but you see I'm going to talk about it separately for a Supreme Court paneled judge won no atena case ne so se case we am minuanum eruli de me susu say dachi bi yensesan sa ruling here it is serious. I don't know judge munsem Supreme Court judge me nim ejuma ni munsem ne sa nyama no, but I'll assume say one of the biggest disappointments and one of the biggest disgraces ebetumi aba judge so and they say judge di asem na later judges fufura aba betina asem ne so na asem no mo aboegu me sure say wo judge no even in your retirement kra no a bad disappointment to you. And so for a judge, a paneled judge to say this, it tells you say even sa judge in kra hu said the ekoso enye. And a lot of people are speaking, lawyers and the likes. Now we a retired Supreme Court judge, I friend Justice Atuguba. Now person kai Justice Atuguba the 2020 election petition NOG I think that he was the head judge 2020 election petition. Now what you nsemo a work or say political poisoning of Ghana's Supreme Court has reached its peak. So Supreme Court ruling na womo dia ba. Chale politics ena judges no ekokoye politics because we a political poisoning. Yanken kan. As a retired Supreme Court judge, Justice William Atuguba has warned of dire consequences for Ghana if what he describes as the politicization of the Supreme Court of Ghana is not addressed. Speaking on the recent judgment issued by the Supreme Court, ruling the 4 vacancies declared by the Speaker of Parliament as unconstitutional, Justice Atuguba said the court made the outcome of the case predictable after it forced itself to hear the matter despite lacking jurisdiction. Say it was very predictable. Say your court ne yensem no obi anim asem ne bebi eko. Intempa say na asem ne ba ya ye di so any kwan say Supreme Court ne tina asem ne so kra no mudi mirika akwa akotena so. Obi ehun ye. Or say the same 5 judges accepted jurisdiction, so it was predictable. The political poisoning has reached its peak. The constitutional virus must be cured. If it continues, we will have rule of politics instead of rule of law, Justice Atuguba said on TV3's Key Points on November 16th. He noted that, but for political considerations, the judges would not have accepted the case in the first place. Into uti asemo awokan, wase na Kenya politics nanka case we enya dia Supreme Court judges ne krabete na so. According to him, the politicization of the Supreme Court, which he says started some time back, has reached its peak and must be cured. What is happening is mere politics. If we don't arrest it, this vice will continue to fester and the constitution will be subverted, he warned. The Supreme Court, by a 5-2 majority decision, ruled as unconstitutional the decision by Speaker Bagbin to declare vacant the seat of 4 members of parliament who have decided to contest the 2024 election as either independent candidates or on the ticket of party different from what they currently represent. Reacting to the judgment, Justice Atuguba described the reasoning of the court as superficial, adding that the country has been plagued by a massive constitutional deterioration, which is exacerbated by the process of appointing a Chief Justice. The appointment of the Chief Justice by the President is the main problem. Into tia wono say assembly ni na bedi efi President Akufo-Addo. Say yeah man appoint Chief Justice no. That is where the problem is. And I've told you on countless occasions on this platform, this has been an issue a matsena platform we so aka mabrempo. I have done a lot of editorials on this issue. The fact that the president selecting the Chief Justice does not make sense to me. The fact that as a country, we are deceiving ourselves by saying, say, these judges are neutral, whereas we know, say, Nipakra wa fan say wombra me than Chief Justice, no, Nipakro no, ewa bemu. What are you telling me? Ghana for Sebi, Nipakro fan say wombra me than Chief Justice, no. So when the case a man Nipakro ne krana, ya bebo nipa create aka say oh ene wo de wa nya de ene wo de wo ya nya atwum nipa ko ne fa ma oba beda ne Chief Justice de ntia ena nipa cre case we wo say udima no undima no yen Ghana for kra ne be kasa mebo amon kan dem mebo have I not said that on this platform men kan maintain a platform when son kasa asem no. And so for me, I'm not even surprised. I say, how can you have independence of the judiciary when the head is yours? As clearly as that. I say, what reason will you use to justify empaneling younger judges over seasoned ones for such a landmark case, if not politics? Tuti asemwa walk judges in penyimfo ewo Supreme Court or see case where ye case bia enye fedi agro case. Now Chief Justice o fa judges a wakwa fa judges a yedi omoba na nsen ya enkola judges embra mpanyimfo wo ho mpanyimfo etembra na se ewo ho wonchusu omo enkola judges na wakwa fa. That's a serious question. Serious question. Intino that is Justice Atuguba atiasie. Listen, for people like Justice Atuguba, the posterity will judge him well, because when it was time for people to speak out, they spoke out. You can say whatever you want to say. You can accuse him all you want. But when people like Justice Atuguba or Moya judges say Wokromhano, some of these silly mistakes, no, we didn't see them. Ruba kwe bae and then and assembly nama and then nama unhu assembly enhu ne nan kra. Interpretation baako. The Supreme Court for my but I don't know. Yeni na no media makame say, for me, voting this year is not even about the economy. Me, and I'm telling you the truth today. It's not even about the economy. It's not even it is about the fact that our institutions like the Supreme Court and then the neutral institutions, no, they have been made today to be sycophants. They have been made today to be bootlickers. They have been made today to be people with no conscience and no mind of their own. What the executive wants, that is what they align themselves to. We don't have a constitution in this country. We don't. It's no emede. Say Justice Atuguba. Why is an montre mo adwon comment box ni mo. Me da say.